season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have... as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon. Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started. Brady now on first down. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, a lot of action right out of the gate. The two teams barely off the buses. We've already had the touchdown and now the interception. Yeah, whatever happened to the feeling out process? You know, kind of throw a few jabs out there, kind of circle the ring a little bit. Both of them throwing haymakers right out of the gate. And the second one was an interception that may cost them. On first down, Whitfield. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. on second down. Whitfield, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it? Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Now he'll throw with Brady. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. Brady's going to sneak it. So he gets absolutely nothing out of that sneak, and now it's fourth down. Brandon, third and goal from the 1, and they go quarterback sneak, and they expected a surge up front. The surge came from the defense. Yeah, it looked like there was no surprise defensively. They were ready. Yeah, totally stacked it up, unable to get it on third down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level. He got 29 yards that time. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much? Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. From midfield now, Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game. On first and 10, it's Carter. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go, here we go. 11. 12.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. His throw incomplete. He has been nearly impossible to throw on all year long. If it was me, I'd say he could go ahead and book that trip to the NFL Awards show in February. He's going to be Defensive Player of the Year, I think. What do you think? I would agree with you, and the reason why, because he takes the ball away, because he gets to the football. The only way a defensive back ever wins this award
is because they have a number of interceptions, takeaways, knockdowns, all of that. Add it all together, he's created a lot of big plays.
11.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Godzspd, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 17 yards out. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Brady now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And the Eagles at 9-5 now on the year. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, and they're able to add on to their advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try the left side with Carter. And he's got it to about the 40. And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. After one, 17-7 is our score. Now a 2nd down and 6.
11.
Burrow looking to pass. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly a disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Going deep here for Watkins. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to love the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Second down and 3.
12, 11, Thomas.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. They're going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
11, MP, take. 11,
They'll run with Carter. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now this throw caught left side. They find some open field here. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there of 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Whitfield, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Brady to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
11 MT. Close.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
1st down. Here's Burrow. That's to Waddle on the quick slant.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it's Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
11. Stop.
A man from the capital of Pennsylvania, Harrisburg. This is Chase Edmonds. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here we go. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. He'll get this to his tight end, Godzspd. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Whoa. 11 common. 11 empty. 11 empty.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. That's complete. Once again, it's Godzspd. And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here in the next play. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Carter, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. 3rd and goal. Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. As the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Elliott now to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here
trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Burrow will throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Play action, now it's Brady. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They will throw on first down with Burrow. On the move, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd and very short, Burrow. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
Touchdown, Dolphins. Chase Edmonds, 29 yards.
And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On first down, Brady.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 38.
11 Thomas. 11 MT. 11 MT. 12, 12, 12.
Here's Burrow. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And this one is in good.
McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this call, and out comes the challenge flag. Third quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. Second and 10.
11
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow.
Another catch there for Waddle.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Dolphins have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd down and another run with Edmonds.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Burrow looking to pass. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on second down. Brady. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Well, that throw by Brady, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Brady's throw there complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. DK Metcalf, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Brady will look to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. a give to Edmonds. And he stopped immediately there.
Tackled by Avonte Maddox.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Flushed out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Brady now to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Touchdown, Eagles! A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Here we go, here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Burrow. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here we go, here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT. Flow. Stop.
Now Burrow.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on third down?
Throwing, Burrow.
Steps away to his left. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Sanders' kick is good, and with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even, and now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Hey, go 66.
Brady to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now Brady. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Brady. That completes it again to Metcalf. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Eagles are going to win the football game.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Eagles, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for Miami, this was